Kierse sat. What else could she do? Monsters were real. He was a monster. He was well within his rights to kill her for invading his home. If he wanted to talk, then she'd talk. He wasn't the first monster she had dealt with, and she was determined that he wouldn't be her last either. Monster rights were still a new thing. It had only been 3 years since the war had ended and the treaty had been signed. Before that, she never would have imagined that monsters and humans could come to an accord. The war had started when Coraline Lamort was murdered in cold blood. She was a vampire visionary who led the charge on ending the feud between vampires and werewolves, and she'd had the support of her own army to back her words up. When a rogue werewolf publicly murdered her, it was the spark that lit the world on fire. Her death brought all of the monsters out of hiding and started the Monster War. Vampires and werewolves became even more divided, and the other monsters chose sides. It got so bad that monsters and humans alike were starving. Then the Coraline Convention was called. Delegations from each monster race as well as the United Nations agreed to end the killing and restore order. The result was the signing of the Monster Treaty. It put limitations on all monsters, made laws for humans and monsters to live in this world together, and ensured lasting peace for humankind. They even built a statue of Coraline in front of the Metropolitan Museum of Art to commemorate the treaty. The world was finally beginning to recover from the decade-long reign of terror, but that didn't mean that every monster agreed with it. And that didn't mean Kierse was going to survive this altercation.